What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Obi. I'm back with a new video. Let's talk about some WWE. Let's have a Raw recap real quick. So we started the night off with John Laurinaitis coming out to the ring and talking about his actions towards John Cena and how he asked John Cena not to be there so that he wouldn't expend any energy and that he would be 100% for John Laurinaitis at over the limit, which we all know the way they're writing it, they're saying Cena's not going to be 100% and like he really needs to be 100% to beat John Laurinaitis. So I really wish they wouldn't do things like this, throwing Cena and John Laurinaitis into a match, because I mean, you really know the outcome. It's either going to be one of two things: either John Cena's just going to really just beat down John Laurinaitis, which probably will happen, or you're going to have John Laurinaitis come out with Lord Tensai and a couple other goons, and it's going to be a handicap match, the whole match, if they do a no holds barred type of thing, or they'll throw some kind of twist in there like that. So I mean, it's kind of like a throwaway match. It better not be the main event. I think it better not be the main event. It shouldn't be the main event. So I mean, I just really wish they wouldn't do things like this, because it's kind of pointless. It's kind of stupid. I really want to see less of John Laurinaitis, not more of John Laurinaitis. So I think we'll leave it at that. Speaking of John Laurinaitis, in his promo, he said he will no longer tolerate people making fun of John Laurinaitis' voice. And you see, I had to fumble over my words because that's what I do. Because that's what I'm do. And yeah. So yeah. So Eve Torres is kind of, I guess, the enforcer now of John Laurinaitis, people making fun of John Laurinaitis' voice. So she made Big Show apologize to the entire world that for making fun of John Laurinaitis' voice. So there's another kind of pointless throw-in thing there. Other than that, though, other than the John Laurinaitis stuff, I think this was a pretty good Raw. So let's move on. Well, not right after this, but we had later on in the night, we had Randy Orton, Sheamus versus Chris Jericho and Alberto Del Rio. So going into the night, we had Alberto Del Rio versus Sheamus for the World Heavyweight Championship at Over the Limit. And now it's turned into, after the match happened, we had Chris Jericho pinning Sheamus after Sheamus inadvertently bro kicked Randy Orton in the face, and then Randy Orton RKO's Sheamus after they lose the match. So now we have a fatal four-way match with Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Chris Jericho. So I think they just threw them two in because they really didn't have anything to do for the pay-per-view. So because Punk was feuding with Jericho, Orton was feuding with Kane, and I'm not really sure what Kane is doing at Over Limit. Probably nothing. So they threw him in the match, and I'm okay with that. I think that it's going to add something, another dimension to the match, because I really wasn't that excited for Alberto Del Rio and Sheamus, because there's really no build up there. I mean, he's the #1 contender. It's just like the Daniel Bryan feud. You have the title, I want to fight you. It's nothing personal. I want some story. I want some storylines in this. Throw into the show to make it a little better. I had a little. I'm about to sneeze, but but yeah, they need to have more stories. Just overall in general, I think the main storyline right now is the John Cena and John Laurinaitis thing. So, I mean, WWE, step your game up just a little bit. Just a little bit, please, for me. So, surprise, surprise, we had Paul Heyman show up representing Brock Lesnar as his legal counsel. So, it was really cool to see Paul Heyman back on TV, on WWE TV. I can't remember the last time that he was on there. So, he cut a good promo like he always does. So, talking about how Brock Lesnar feels like he's been disrespected and mistreated by WWE and the WWE universe, and how he's not going to come back because he quits, and all this is yeah, all that blah blah. Disregard that whole thing, because the main thing he said in that I keep almost sneezing. The main thing that he said in that promo when he was reading Brock Lesnar's personal statement, he said that Triple H lasted 1 hour with The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell, but he wouldn't last I think he said 1 minute in a fight with Brock Lesnar. So there's your feud starter right there. I mean, the feud starter was last week when he broke Triple H's arm, but there's your reason for him coming back. Obviously, he signed a 1-year deal, so he'll be there. Probably SummerSlam would be my guess. I'm not sure on that, but he'll probably be there for a feud with Triple H at SummerSlam. So there you have it. So the main event was supposed to be CM Punk versus Lord Tensai, but just as CM Punk was going into the ring, John Laurinaitis comes out and he says that he's adding Daniel Bryan to the match in a handicap match against CM Punk. So it's Daniel Bryan and Lord Tensai versus CM Punk in a handicap match. So to make matters worse, he throws in Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk puts up a valiant effort against all the odds that were stacked against him, but he couldn't come out with it. And Tensai spits the green mist into his hand and takes down CM Punk. Now, my question is, when has it ever been legal in the WWE to bring some kind of foreign mist into the ring and blind your opponent? Just tell me where is that legal? But I just thought that was funny. But yeah, CM Punk takes the fall. He loses. Daniel Bryan comes in, puts the yes lock on CM Punk a couple times, screaming yes like a freaking idiot, but he does it, and that's a good feud. Now, like I said earlier in the video, I wanted more story. This is a match where you really don't need much of a story because the two guys in the ring are so good at what they do. So that makes me want to see the match already, because Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk, they had some matches on Raw I think a couple months ago, and they were awesome, all of them. So I'm really excited for that. So I think Over the Limit definitely already looks better than Extreme Rules right now, except for the Cena Lesnar match, which was pretty good. So yeah, if you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, tell me why in the comments below. Subscribe, and have a nice day. Peace.